name is Tom Neuendorffer, and this video is about Adew, the Adew Toolkit's application builder. The Adew Toolkit, or ATK, provides a number of high-level objects, texts, spreadsheets, rasters, animations, so on, and an architecture that allows them to be combined into complex documents. Adew was developed to make the power of the toolkit more easily accessible. Thus, it started with different goals and restrictions than other X-based application builders, most of which were developed later. Adew was first released on the XR3 tape in December of '87. Like the ATK objects, Adew built applications are not limited to simple standalone single-window variety. They are self-contained entities that can be included in a document, spreadsheet, or drawing. They may support multiple views and possibly on multiple machines, and can even be sent in electronic mail or included in other Adew applications. Another major difference in Adew was its rejection of the notion that an application builder provides a single substrate on which an application has to be based, usually a 2D layout. Adew makes no restrictions on the substrate, so that text, spreadsheets, or drawings themselves can be extended by Adew to provide unique applications. Adew was also designed to support multiple methods of application creation. Once it has been used to create an application template, consisting of some combination of high-function objects, the texts and so on, with low-function objects, buttons, sliders, etc., this template can be made into a working application either by using a program that reads the template and produces C code, or by using extension language, such as Fred Hansen's NIS. The basic paradigm in the initial template creation is cut and paste. The appropriate object is chosen, either from an object list in the arbcon, or copied from a generic template. It is then pasted into place in the application, which is running in EZ, the standard ATK editor. Any ATK object is available for pasting, and new ones may be added to the list at any time. Objects may be moved around within the application via cut and paste. In this case, we are using text as a substrate, though it could easily be layout or some other object. Once a child object is in place, the arbcon can be used to edit the object's attributes and provide a logical name for the object. This name will be our access point to the object when we build the application. It should be noted that all the Adew-supplied lower-level objects, the buttons and switchers and so on, were implemented as different views on the same basic data object. This means that we can interactively join them with the arbcon, providing different ways to view the input data. It also means that the application code can basically ignore the method by which it receives a string or a number as a value to be acted upon. Later modification to the application in which this type is changed can be made without changing the application code. Might also be worth pointing out that the arbcon controller itself is itself an Adew application. And all of the click lists and so on are pieces that are available for creating other applications. At this point, if the application builder decides to use NES, one can simply paste a NES object into the application, and NES can then be used to extend the other objects into a completed application, as in this example. The application creation option involves running the createCon program on the template. This action causes the creation of dynamically loadable C code, which the user can modify to create the application. This code contains pointers to all of the objects and views in the application, callback procedures for all of the simple objects, and comments to indicate the proper location for user-written code. Thus, by adding code to the callback procedures, dynamic applications can be quickly created. These comments serve a double purpose, and they also provide the createCon information on where user code has been added. So if the application template is modified to add a new button, switch, or whatever, a new version of the C code may be generated that preserves all of the user-written C code of the original version, making it very easy to upgrade applications. This feature also makes upgrading to new versions of Adew and ATK relatively painless for the Adew application developers. In addition to the C code, an iMake a shell script for creating the make file, and optionally a script for running the application in standalone mode are also created by createCon. Adew applications may now be generated as true insets. In this case, separate code for the data object and the view are created. This has several advantages. As with other ATK insets, the separation of data object and view allows for one single object to manage all the permanent data in the application, and then multiple views can then be created to manage the way the data is presented to the user on the screen, and to allow the control X2, as one might see in Emacs, on the application. The resulting object will now be treated as a first-class object as far as ATK is concerned, and may be more easily integrated as part of a larger application. The application builder can also specify what permanent data he wishes to be saved when the document containing the application is saved. Adew will write out code to save and preserve this information across instances of the application. Adew has been used by groups outside of CMU to create video conferencing prototypes, color scanner interface, and other varied applications. Some examples of Adew applications are as follows. This calculator is your typical set of application, except that you might note that we can actually type in numbers to it and not just use the mouse. A prototype help application is also created and available, which takes advantage of the file structure of ATK help files to provide an interface. Both of these applications only use about 100 lines of C code each, as far as the application-specific code is concerned. Other Adew applications was probably the first electronic piano to be sent an electronic mail message. This scanner interface, this interface that helps control a rack of synthesizers from an experimental touch-sensitive device. I have also used Adew to create a prototype consulting application that allows a number of people to view the same code on different machines simultaneously. I used this controller for a video conference that I did between Pittsburgh and Australia. And finally, I've been using Adew to create various prototypes of multimedia interfaces in my more recent work. One example is this video mail application here, and this MIDI player. Oh, not again. Could you turn it? Oh, never mind. I'll get it myself. Always helps knowing the back door to these applications. Still working? Good. Okay, what can we play? Volume. And go. Okay, my time